Hey, Seton Hall Prep family. I hope all is well. I want to go through this college placement report that I sent. First thing, I want us all to celebrate our victories. This was an outstanding year for the class of 2020, and we all do this together. The second reason I want to send this file and accompanying video is also to give more detail about the class and how I look at it, and give kind of an understanding of some more college jargon. All right. So if you look at this first tab, you can see 82% of students were admitted to at least one school in the U.S. News Top 100 liberal arts colleges or national universities, which is outstanding, okay? And the other thing is we care about their outcomes, of course, but we also care about the experience that they're having, their process. You could see the average student was admitted to about 6 colleges. That's a byproduct of how we advise. We make sure that they have balanced lists, certain schools in certain categories, and so on and so forth. This next tab, this is just a summary, so you can see the students by GPA, top of the class, all the way down. Another thing you'll notice, it gives every single admit that a student had. So it's not always the most competitive school that a student will attend. Right? There are many reasons why students will attend colleges and universities. And in the end, for us, we're predicated on fit. So literally, wherever they feel they fit the best, that is wonderful, and we wish them well. The next 2 tabs are an analysis by the U.S. News and World Report. So we looked at the top 50 national universities and the top 50 liberal arts colleges. The reason for the 2-year analysis, things change every year. A lot of these schools on this list, we might have 10 students apply one year, 2 the next. So, the amount of students that apply sometimes can be also dictate how many admits you have or the sheer amount. So that's a reason why we look at it over 2 years. But as you can see, for not just the national universities, but liberal arts colleges, we're covering most of them. And I could tell you in these 2 tabs, on any given year, we probably have at least 1, maybe 2 admits, per school. So this is an analysis by acceptance rate. So acceptance rate is basically out of 10 admits, how many out of 10 applicants, how many students are admitted. So let's take a school like Stanford. They're admitting less than 1 student out of 10, where you might have a school like Syracuse, go Orange, that are admitting somewhere around 4.5 to 5 out of 10. So that's their selectivity. So what we're doing here is we're seeing how good did we do per student in terms of acceptance rate. What was their most difficult admit? Now across the class, you can see by quartile, we give an idea of how many students are getting to at least one most or highly selective school. A most selective school is traditionally 25% or less admits, and highly selective schools are generally somewhere between the 25 to 50%. So this gives you an idea across the board of how we're doing. Okay, this shows a breakdown of accepts. I use 10 or more as kind of the significant pattern for a school. So you can kind of take a look. This will show you that a lot of these schools, if we're getting 10 or more admits, we also have extremely high traction and app counts. So yes, we might have 10 or more admitted. That's really good for a school like Lehigh. But for another school where we maybe have 50 students apply, it's not as great, So you can kind of take a look through and yeah. Okay. Then you have, attendance, by state. This gives you an idea of what we're doing by region. All right. I would say it was a little significant, the numbers in South Carolina and Florida, as well as California, just based on the pandemic. But we also had a lot of students that were committed before that hit. Okay. Attendance by college, I used 3 as a significant number. This was a really balanced class. So across the board, we didn't have many, a ton of students going to any one school. Yes, more than 4 is significant, but we had, as you can see, didn't have a ton of schools that were more than that. So pretty balanced across the board, going, all over the place. All right. This is an analysis by major. I think it's significant to see where our students are heading. Yes, there's a lot of undecided students, but when it comes down to it, the majority of our class basically said that they were declaring something in the School of Management. Now, that could be finance, accounting, marketing, real estate, supply chain, hospitality, sports management, but something in the field of management. As you can see, undecided is significant, as there are a lot of colleges that will allow that. And then also you could see sciences, social sciences, and engineering. Social sciences, as I put down in the notes section, is everything from economics to history, criminology, criminal justice psychology. So you can kind of see the trends in the class. It's heavy on management and it's heavy on STEM fields.